Comfort is a trap. It lures you with promises of ease, but it comes at a steep price. What feels good today often turns into weakness tomorrow. The Stoics, those ancient masters of resilience, saw this clearly. They didn't chase a life free of struggle, they embraced it as the forge where virtue is shaped. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're diving deep into their timeless wisdom to help you break free from softness and build a life of strength, clarity, and purpose. Modern life is engineered to eliminate friction, think instant gratification, endless distractions, and every convenience at your fingertips. But friction is where growth happens. Without resistance, there's no discipline. Without hardship, there's no endurance. Every shortcut you take chips away at the qualities you need to stand tall when chaos strikes. Avoiding discomfort doesn't just delay progress, it erodes the very process that builds character. To stop being soft, you must take life seriously, turn away from excuses and face reality head-on. The Stoic path isn't about flexing for show. It's about forging real strength by training your mind to meet life directly. That strength isn't something you're born with, it's built through daily, deliberate application of principles that have stood the test of time. Many misunderstand Stoicism as emotional coldness, but that's a distortion. The Stoics didn't reject feelings, they embraced them as part of being human. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're setting the record straight. Stoicism isn't about numbing yourself, it's about mastering your emotions so they don't cloud your judgment. The Stoics felt deeply but trained to keep emotions from distorting their decisions. Their goal was clarity, not indifference, and their compassion was rooted in self-control. This journey is about transformation through 10 actionable principles, each tackling a way we soften ourselves and how Stoic wisdom can reverse it. The aim is clear: change your habits, sharpen your mind, and live with purpose. What you tolerate today becomes your standard tomorrow. Let's begin. Excuses are the first crack in your armor. They're the mind's sneaky way of dodging responsibility with clever justifications. The Stoics saw this as a failure of reason, a step away from virtue. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote daily reminders to himself that he wasn't born for leisure but for effort, thought, and action. Excuses, no matter how small, a missed workout, a delayed task, or a moment of indulgence dressed up as logic, weaken the link between who you say you are and what you do. Over time, this pattern turns you reactive, driven by mood instead of principle. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we challenge you to break this cycle with brutal self-honesty. Start by noticing when you shift blame or delay effort. Track those moments. Ask yourself, what do I gain from this excuse, and is it worth the cost to my integrity? Replace vague promises like "I'll try" with immediate action, even if it's small. Keep your word to yourself, no exceptions. Discipline grows through repetition, not fleeting bursts of motivation. When you act despite discomfort, you send a signal to your brain: effort trumps feelings. This builds internal stability. You stop needing perfect conditions to move. You act when it's time, forging a tighter bond between thought and action. Each time you push through resistance, you teach yourself that obstacles are part of the process, not a reason to quit. The more you act in discomfort, the less it controls you. Excuses will always tempt you: tiredness, fear, or clever logic whispering that rest is better. But on Wisdom Waves Aura, we say, hold fast to your standard. Once it's clear, decisions become simple. You're not debating whether to act, you're already committed. This isn't punishment, it's guidance. It makes effort familiar, turning friction into rhythm. You become reliable, your choices reflecting discipline, not hesitation. That's where real strength begins, not in the absence of struggle, but in the decision to push through it. Comfort is a slow poison. It dulls your instincts, softens your resolve, and shrinks your capacity for challenge. The Stoics fought this by seeking discomfort deliberately. Seneca slept on the ground, wore rough clothes, and ate simple meals to make hardship familiar. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're inspired by this. Voluntary discomfort prepares you for life's inevitable tests. Start small, wake up earlier, skip a meal, or work without distractions. These acts recalibrate your nervous system, reminding you that ease isn't a requirement. Each time you choose the harder path, you weaken comfort's grip. You stop fearing effort or avoiding resistance. You become harder to rattle, more capable under pressure. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the training ground. By facing it, you build a mindset that thrives in any condition. You learn to act without needing applause or perfect circumstances. This creates durable confidence, proof you can endure without external crutches. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we encourage you to see discomfort as a teacher. It's not about suffering for suffering's sake, it's about building a mind that stays steady no matter what life throws at you. Emotions are part of being human, they signal what matters, where attention is needed. The Stoics didn't aim to erase them, they trained to observe them without letting them take the wheel. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we emphasize this: unchecked emotions create chaos. Anger blinds you, fear freezes you, desire distracts you. The Stoic creates space between feeling and action, letting reason guide the response. Marcus Aurelius called the mind a fortress, unshaken by the storms around it. To build this, pause when emotions rise. Take a breath. Step back from the urge to react instantly. Journal what you feel, where it came from, whether it aligns with reality. This isn't avoidance, it's structure. Over time, emotions become signals, not commands. Anger prompts you to check boundaries, fear nudges you to assess risks, desire invites you to clarify priorities. This practice, shared on Wisdom Waves Aura, builds a mind that stays clear under pressure, responding with intention, not impulse. You become the calm in the storm, the steady presence others trust. Strength isn't luck, it's built through consistent, deliberate action. The Stoics' new daily habits shape who you become. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we stress routine as the backbone of discipline. Start with one unbreakable habit: waking up at the same time, reading a Stoic text, or journaling for 5 minutes. Do it daily, no exceptions. Once it's automatic, add another. This slow layering creates a rhythm that cuts through decision fatigue. Subtract distractions too, turn off notifications, simplify your space. Discipline isn't about dramatic effort, it's about showing up consistently. Each repetition reinforces your identity. Doubt fades, confidence grows. You stop wasting energy on hesitation. Your actions align with your values, freeing your mind for what matters. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we believe this steady rhythm turns you into someone reliable, someone who moves with purpose. Desire is a double-edged sword. It can motivate, but unchecked, it pulls you off course. The Stoics saw craving as the root of suffering, weakening reason and creating dependency. Seneca warned that luxury breeds false needs, each indulgence makes you more vulnerable. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we challenge you to tame desire by examining it. When a craving hits, pause. Ask, is this need real, or a habit? Social media, ads, and trends feed wants that clutter your mind. Simplify your inputs, cut out noise, focus on what's essential. Enjoy simple things, a plain meal, a quiet walk, a task finished without fanfare. Fast from comfort occasionally, skip a pleasure, delay gratification. These acts, shared on Wisdom Waves Aura, remind you that happiness doesn't require constant satisfaction. By saying no to impulse, you strengthen reason. You build a mind that's calm, not chasing the next hit of pleasure. This is freedom, choosing what matters over what feels good. Attention is your most precious resource. Where it goes, your life follows. The Stoics trained their focus like a muscle, ignoring distractions to stay present. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to stick to the task at hand, avoiding mental drift. Today, distractions are relentless: notifications, news, endless scrolls. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we advocate taking control: set phone-free hours, limit social media, read with focus. When your mind wanders, don't judge, just return to the task. This builds mental clarity. A focused mind is a calm mind, unshaken by noise. Master your attention, and you master yourself. Time is finite, yet we squander it. The Stoics saw wasting time as a moral failure. Seneca noted, we guard our possessions but let ours slip away. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we urge you to respect time by planning with intention. Review your day, what mattered, what didn't. Protect your mornings, use evenings to reflect. Create focused blocks for work, eliminate habits that steal your hours. This isn't about busyness, it's about purpose. Each deliberate action builds confidence, replacing regret with progress. Time, used well, shapes a life of direction. Seeking approval hands your power to others. The Stoics knew this weakened judgment. Marcus Aurelius said praise doesn't add value to an action, its worth lies in its alignment with principle. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we encourage independence, act without waiting for validation. Speak less about plans, let your actions talk. Know your values and live them, even when criticized. This builds a steady compass, unshaken by others' opinions. You don't need applause to live well, you need alignment between thought and deed. Responsibility is heavy, but dodging it is heavier. The Stoics faced it head-on, knowing delay only compounds the burden. Marcus Aurelius acted now, not later, seeing hesitation as self-abandonment. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we push you to own what's yours, your tasks, your choices, your role. Start with what's in front of you, keep your space tidy, answer that email, tell the truth. Each small act builds reliability. Discomfort from responsibility isn't a flaw, it's a forge. By stepping into it, you sharpen your clarity and strength. You become someone who acts while others wait, leading by example. Words are cheap, actions endure. The Stoics lived as examples, letting their behavior speak. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we believe your life is your message. Align your actions with your values. If you value discipline, show it in your habits. If you value clarity, reflect it in your choices. When you fall short, don't excuse, correct and move forward. This consistency, even when unseen, shapes your identity. Others notice. They trust patterns, not promises. You don't need to preach, your steadiness in crisis, your focus in chaos, becomes a beacon. Lead by doing, not declaring. Your reliability reduces tension, your clarity cuts through noise. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we're building a community of doers, people who live their principles, inspire without trying, and prove that strength is forged through daily, deliberate effort. This is the Stoic way, not perfection, but persistence. It's about showing up, choosing the hard path, and acting with purpose. Each step you take, each excuse crushed, each discomfort embraced, each emotion mastered, builds a life that's durable, clear, and true. Subscribe to Wisdom Waves Aura for more insights on living with strength and purpose. Start today. The world needs more who act, not just dream.